Every gardener looks forward to the day when their bean plants finally start setting pods, but sometimes that day never seems to arrive. You get lush, leafy growth, maybe even flowers, but still no beans. It's one of the most common frustrations in the garden, and it leaves many growers wondering what went wrong. The truth is that beans are sensitive plants, and a handful of simple but often overlooked factors can make the difference between an abundant harvest and empty vines. Today we're digging into exactly why your beans aren't producing, and more importantly, how to fix it. One of the biggest culprits behind poor bean production is fertilizer. Beans are legumes, which means they form partnerships with nitrogen-fixing bacteria in the soil. If you add too much nitrogen fertilizer, your plants respond by pumping out leafy green growth instead of focusing energy on flowering and pod development. The solution here is to avoid heavy doses of high nitrogen fertilizer. Instead, focus on balanced organic matter like compost, or, if your soil is already rich, skip feeding altogether and let the beans do their work. Once nitrogen levels balance out, your plants will redirect their energy into producing pods. Temperature stress is another big reason beans fail to produce. Most bean varieties thrive in moderate temperatures, and when daytime heat consistently climbs above the mid-80s, flowers often drop before they can set pods. This is nature's way of protecting the plant from stress, but it's frustrating for gardeners. To fix this, try timing your planting so that beans flower during milder weather. In very hot regions, grow beans as a spring or fall crop instead of midsummer. Mulching around the base of plants also helps regulate soil temperature and moisture, which can, reduce stress and encourage steady pod production. Even self-pollinating beans can benefit from insect activity. If your plants are flowering but pods aren't forming, lack of pollination may be part of the problem. Dry, still air and low insect activity can really reduce the chances of flowers setting beans. Encouraging pollinators in your garden, by planting flowers nearby, avoiding pesticides, or even giving flowers a gentle shake to help pollen move, can actually improve pod development. A garden buzzing with bees and beneficial insects almost always leads to healthier, more productive beans. Beans really don't like extremes when it comes to moisture. Too little water causes flowers and young pods to shrivel, while too much water drowns roots and encourages disease. Both conditions will, unfortunately, cut into production. So the key is consistent, even moisture. Water deeply but not excessively, and try to avoid letting the soil completely dry out between waterings. A layer of mulch will go a long way in keeping soil moisture steady, while also protecting the roots from temperature swings. Finally, it's worth remembering that not all beans perform the same way in every climate. Some bush beans are bred for quick harvests, while pole beans often take longer but produce over a longer season. If your beans consistently fail, it may simply be a matter of choosing a variety better suited to your region or adjusting your planting time. A little experimentation with different types of beans and planting schedules can really reveal the perfect match for your garden's conditions. When beans aren't producing, it can feel kind of discouraging, but honestly, in most cases the solution is simple. Just pay attention to fertilizer, watch your timing with the weather, keep pollinators happy, and maintain even soil moisture. Once you correct these common issues, you'll likely find your beans responding with an abundance of pods. So, if you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe to Botanical Bliss for more proven, no-nonsense gardening strategies, and hey, share this with a fellow gardener who could use a little bean growing boost.